Hey, Dragons and Peculiarities, how did you all sleep? Really? Well, that's just great. You know, I slept pretty great myself too. Actually, I did not sleep really long, but I slept great nonetheless. Thingy was always about a playground for AI models. It was user-friendly, almost everything was optional, and it let people get familiar with features they otherwise didn't see. Over the year, a lot has happened, and we really have grown. There's a lot of features that have been added, and out of nowhere, during my presentation at Gina on Zoom, they gave the GPU power for Thingy for free.
It will be free forever for you.
Oh, I didn't see that! No! Which, of course, I'm really grateful for, because now we basically have no cost whatsoever, other than the bot itself, of course. But I didn't bring you all here just to talk about the past, of course. No, a lot has happened since then. You see, the current situation with Gina is somewhat like this. In the current situation, you can run 2 GPUs for free. Now imagine these 2 GPUs being a fun park with room for only 2 attractions. Thingy is all about trying out new models. And currently we can run only 2 different kind of models. Of course, we can run different features because they all run on the Discord bot. But overall, if you want to run, for instance, stable diffusion, you want to do it fast, right? So you keep the model in memory, you run the prompts through it, and then you get the pictures back. And if someone wants to use some other feature, let's say image to image, then you use the second GPU to do just that. Now, this is of course fine if you run 2 features, which was the case with us. We had of course more than 2 features like magic prompts, which gives Midjourney-like results. However, these features didn't run on GPU but on CPU because I used an optimized model. And this is where Thingy 3 comes in. Thingy 3 is a recode of Thingy 2, and I looked back at all of the things that were good and bad about Thingy 2 and created Thingy 3 to fully optimize that. So we have 2 GPUs, but for simplicity, let's assume that Gina gives us only 1 GPU, right? So imagine the following. We have a fun park with only room for 1 attraction. We have 10 users waiting in line. 5 of them want to ride the roller coaster, and the other 5 want to ride the merry-go-round. And normally they're all scattered through each other. So the first person in line wants to ride the roller coaster. So the roller coaster is there, and we let them ride the roller coaster. The next user wants to ride the merry-go-round. Now, you see the problem. We have to destroy the roller coaster and build the merry-go-round, because we have only room for 1 attraction. So that's what we do. Next user wants to ride the merry-go-round, so he can because it's there. But then a user comes again who wants to ride the roller coaster. So again, we have to destroy the merry-go-round, rebuild the roller coaster. You see where this is going. We're basically rebuilding and destroying things more often than actually using them. And this is the situation if we continue scaling Thingy with more features while Gina does not offer more GPUs, which is fair because these things are expensive and we get them for free. So we're not going to beg them for more. That would be silly. I'm already really grateful. And even then, we will still encounter scaling issues. It's the same with adding more lanes to a road. More cars will just appear and the scaling issues never be solved. So Thingy 3 has completely reimagined the way we do the queue system. You see, with Thingy 3, the queue system will happen the same as I explained before. But we will ask the users to order themselves based on what they want. So let's say there are 5 people who want to ride the roller coaster and 5 people that want to ride the merry-go-round. We ask them to order themselves so that the people that want to ride the roller coaster will appear before the people that want to ride the merry-go-round. Now we have to only build and destroy 2 times, even 1 depending on what attraction is already there. This is really fast and it allows us to implement as many features as we want without sacrificing any of the waiting time. There is, however, one downside, and you probably might already noticed it. When a user is in line for the roller coaster, and another user comes right after for the merry-go-round, and then another user comes for the roller coaster, the user that just arrived for the roller coaster can get to skip ahead in queue, while the user that wants to ride the merry-go-round has to wait. This, of course, might look very unfair to some, because it's no longer first in, first out. But collectively, everyone has to wait less time. So overall, as a group, we will experience less waiting times collectively. And that is a huge benefit, especially considering that we can add as many features as we like. Whoa! Now this will be the new situation going forward with Thingy 3. Thingy Free is a recode that is extremely hard to do because this is not the only thing that we're doing. So I decided to do the recode progressively, starting with the waiting queue. So you probably wonder, if you want to scale this so much, what features are going to be added? I'm glad you asked, and I will show you one of the new features that, whoa, really gave me goosebumps when I was looking at it. Because Stable Diffusion, of course, has released Stable Diffusion 2, but they also released a sister model, which was the Stable Diffusion Upscaler, and it was really cool. And as some of you may know from my previous videos, I've been working on my own upscaler called Diff2X. I've never really released this model because I kind of got stuck training it and, I lost interest and started working on other models. But Stable Diffusion Upscaler brought some opportunities because I combined my research with Diff2X with the pre-trained model of Stable Diffusion Upscaler, and what did you know? Boom! We had really big upscaling models with basically no limits. You can upscale as far as you want, as big as you want, and it will be right now released exclusively in Thingy, but of course that's just to celebrate. I'm kidding, I don't know how to make Stable Diffusion pipelines. But luckily, Hugging Face just released a course on Stable Diffusion pipelines, so probably I might learn something from it. Hugging Face, love you very much. We're gonna continue. Now you've seen that, let's see how it works. The first part of it is of course that the Stable Diffusion Upscaler is too big to upscale giant images, especially on smaller GPUs that we have on Gina on my laptop. So what I did was of course tiling it as I did with Diff2X. But that was not all of it, because with tiling, the problem is that different tiles will have different color tones and will have different levels of quality. So what I did next was to add a tiny bit of the original image next to the tile, then upscale, and then remove that tiny bit, and then you have a much more coherent result. And this really boosted the level of upscaling that we could do. And whoa, the results do speak for themselves, people. They are awesome. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did making it. And if you're interested to see more content like this, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel or my Twitch channel, where I will develop and research these kind of things live. Last but not least, if you really love this content, I will be opening a Patreon account in January next year, where you can sponsor Thingy 2 and Thingy 3. I'm not sure yet what kind of benefits or perks there will be to it, because Thingy is all about making AI models accessible and efficient so they can be distributed for free, but there will definitely be benefits to it. Probably something like feature requests. Finally, there's an art contest going on in my server, and it will keep going until Christmas Eve. Because Thingy doesn't have a logo yet, and since it's been used so much, especially in our server, I feel like it really deserves a logo. The contest has 3 prizes, with the first one being Discord Nitro for 1 year, and you get to have your logo as the official Thingy bot logo. So if you want to join the contest, feel free to join my server where you can participate in the contest or vote on other people's art. Well, if you're going to bed, of course you need regular peculiarities, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.